Hey all, and welcome back to the finale of Astral Chain. Well, shit. Yosef's finally made his move with this Project Noah thing, whatever the hell that is, but if you've read your Bible recently, you'll know that the name Noah is synonymous with a guy who owns an ark and flood and such. I'm no biblical guy, I don't speak any good English, all I know is it's a bad thing and he needs to be stopped. What also needs to be stopped is this fucking British weather right now. I apologise if you can hear my fan, I need it on, otherwise I would literally melt.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I completely agree. I mean, I've got my fan on as well. I think I'm just going to survive with it being one level lower than full, because you could hear it when I had it on full, but yeah, like, my god, it's the thing with us Brits, we don't cope well with extremes of temperature. So right now, it is far too hot, and we're all absolutely melting.
Well, we're complaining about bad situations. Akira just, found out she has clones. Maybe she's one herself. We don't know. We're gonna have to go ask Yosef personally.
Got it?
Yes, I mean, that's going to be a very awkward conversation, I feel like, you know. Why did you choose to clone our sister? Like, I mean, it's a little bit creepy, isn't it? I think we need to put a stop to that.
Oh, I really love Tenchi. I wanted my own harem anime.
Would you guys be like, if you discovered one day that a family member you had was cloned and it's not the original one but kept all the memories, would that bother you being the other person in that situation? I don't think it would bother me personally if it's oh, okay.
I think it's one of those situations where you wouldn't know until you were actually in it how you'd respond, because the person's the person who you've sort of lived with, so it's not going to be the other version. If that makes any sense.
It all boils down to, do you think the Metacrisis Doctor is the same as the real Doctor, and was Rose really satisfied and happy with that dude?
Well, yeah, there is that, but then on the flip side, I suppose it's more like Luke and Ash in Tales of the Abyss, and nobody else.
I haven't played that, so I can't say anything about that.
God damn it! But yeah, there are a number of examples of that type of. I mean, I suppose in a way. Well, actually, no, that'd be a complete spoiler for that film, so I'm not going to do it. Doesn't really matter. We've got quite a bit to do today. I mean, it's not necessarily as long in terms of number of missions chat file as the last one was. You know, that was over pretty quickly. But we have only got 3 main areas to explore today. And obviously one of them is the end of the game. I
had a quick shufty at the Game FAQs walkthrough for the final chapter, which, by the way, Rishi has informed me the chapter title does not actually drop dramatically until midway through this sucker.
Yeah, basically, because we're in the lower levels of Zone 9 at the minute. The chapter title doesn't drop until we leave Zone 9. Which is fair enough, because, I mean, ultimately this is just a chill final section before we go into the madness of the end of the game.
Yeah, speaking of madness, there's a premium material code which we're going to use for the Experton.
Nice, nice, nice.
Fair enough. We just need to make sure that we have a total of, I think it was 6?
Don't worry, we should have enough.
Well, if not, we can just throw them onto the legions.
Well, you go, this is the last hurrah, and we're not doing post-game missions because there's barely any story in that.
It's one of those things of, you kind of want to, but then equally, if there's not a reason to, other than completion's sake, do you really want to be bothered?
Well, if we were competent Let's Players, probably, but it's too darn hot right now, and look, even the photo says packing heat. Stop mocking me.
Well, let's hope that the temperature outside fills you with hot-blooded anime, just for that conclusion, you know? Just get that blood boiling!
Gotta conclude, Jesus. Anyway, let's check out our new colour.
Yes, I'm intrigued as to what it's going to be. So I think it was 10?
Number 10 is... It's not bad, I guess.
It's just a slight variant on number 9. It's just the body of it turns red. That might be, because last time it was the Tiger of Bunny. That might be the actual bunny.
It might be, yeah.
Going back to a classic for the final chapter, I think.
Yeah, I think really for final chapter it's either original colours or Evangelion.
Well, when we get to the final thing, maybe you'll be talking about Evangelion a little bit more, or at least Tanner will.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I know that obviously it's a very influential anime. I've still never seen it. Part of me feels kind of bad about that, but then there's a lot of influential shit that I've never seen, so I can't feel bad about everything.
You know, I would recommend it if you're in a bit of a good mood, because if you're in a bad mood or, you know, a depressive state and you watch it, it may end you.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. I've heard many a tale of the emotional turmoil that Evangelion can stir up.
Just a mission here where we've got to get a drink for Akira to pepper up and whatnot. I'd just recommend a spicy cobra, but no, we have to go, like, black market for this stuff.
It's like when you go to the McDonald's and they have, like, the whole thing where you fill up the cup with whatever you want, and you have the friend who's like, dude, get, like, 1/3 Mountain Dew, 1/3 Pepsi, and then finish it off with some orange Fanta, and you're like, please no, I really don't want that.
Isn't there a term for that? I think on No Reservations they called it a heart attack.
I think that would be a heart attack for sure.
Also, I mean, yeah, this recipe sounds really freaking dodgy, and I'm not sure we really should be giving this to our sister. Like, it feels wrong.
Well,
We're gonna do it anyway.
needs must, Rich needs must. Alrighty, oh son of a bitch.
Well, we'll see if we can get a couple from completing the missions around here, because there are a few that I'm pretty sure reward us with it, because I just managed to scrape by that last one after completing these missions, so hopefully we get one. Hey, speak of the devil.
Yeah, so there are a grand total of 8 cases in the lower levels of Zone 09.
Interesting. Let's go get these ingredients first and foremost.
Yeah, it's a good shout. Also, the cat is in this area, and so is the rare slime.
Ah, cool. Oh, that means we can get another colour right away.
Ooh, true.
Whether it's any good or not, I don't know, but it's certainly here. Obviously not in the building, but you get what I mean.
Oh boy. Should I intervene?
I don't think you can intervene in that one, but it might... you might need to when you've spoken to a certain somebody.
Oh, it's this guy again. Jesus.
Also, Love is Blue, Bayonetta 2. Ah!
Makes sense, because Brenda herself has Bayonetta 2 hair.
She loves Lappy. Don't really see Lappy around all that much. Where did he go?
They're phasing him out for the next mascot.
Ah, the unfortunately named Fappy.
So I was gonna go with Mappy. Mappy the police mouse from Namco Bandai.
Where did he go? I think he went downstairs, I'm not sure.
Well, there's nowhere really else he could have gone.
This is another one where you can go in between the inside here and outside and do some missions. I think you went up by the guy you got the royal jelly from, actually.
Saw a little bit of blue on my map, what I didn't dare believe.
I think it's just saying, like, you got the item from him there, so you're still technically in that mission.
Yes, I suppose. Must have gone outside then.
I guess. You're a big help, Brenda. I appreciate it. Where's the toilet in here? I need to give the sandpaper in.
You cannot do that until you return to Neon HQ.
Ah, well. So it goes.
Spoiler alert, we will be returning to Neon HQ for the post-game.
Okay. Aha, slick dealer.
Bottled beetles sounds gross until you realize that crushed beetles is how they get the colors of most makeup as well as food products.
Okay, so he wants a gunner drone. Thankfully, there's a place here that sells them.
I was real worried when I got here and didn't have one, but no, there's a dude here who's just like, yo, I got them. Just give me them G's. And of course, we are rolling in G's.
Yeah. Even more so, when I sell the shit that I got. Let's do this. I feel like I'm being pampered right now with my fan on. Just feels good. I'm not selling the cat food.
Definitely don't sell the cat food. We need to feed our cats. Just obviously do it after we've rescued the last cat.
Yeah, no worries, mate, no worries. Alright, then go back in again, because that's how I do menus in games.
Very excited to feed the cat and for the cat to bring us a premium material code.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
How many of these can I buy? Just the one? Guess we can only buy one at a time. I swear, this magical medicine that the snake oil salesman is pitching better work. It better make Accurate immortal or something. God knows she's died enough.
Oh, definitely.
We'll get our daily nutrients in and then some.
Here you go. Alright, who else has got the good shit?
There's a number of blue things around here, so...
There are quite a few cases to be dealing with, so it's all good.
This is the actual final set of them for the game, pretty much. So, you know, they're just finishing up a couple final ideas here that they had. Like this one, for instance, where there is a drone capturing the footage of a fight you're going to do that you have to style on without letting it get hit, because then you'll lose the mission if you do that. So just be careful as you know, do some cool moves for your AMVs for YouTube and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, here we go.
For the most part, these guys won't be able to hit it up in the air very easily. It's mostly the one when you get the flyers coming in, because of course, you know, flying drone, flying enemies, pretty bad combo.
And also, as you may have noticed, we now have the ability to go Legion.
Oh, and it plays the OP!
It is so cool. It's a bit of a shame it doesn't match the colors you give your Legion, because I'd love to make this dude look like Wolverine, just to imagine a world where a new, you know, Japanese Marvel game comes out, but alas.
We've got this while we've got it, and yeah, it's pretty goddamn epic. I think particularly considering you've had to wait so long to get that ability, it is just really satisfying to just use it, although it doesn't necessarily give you as many style points as you perhaps may want, so you do have to use it in moderation.
I found myself using it mostly for if there's enemies who are far away and flying. Its projectiles, like the strongest projectile to use in the game that you can just freely shoot out. So I found myself going into that just to get those dudes in the back that I can just do the cool sights with.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
These poor guys. So, Rishi, how do you charge up the fusion meter.
Honestly, I think you just sort of play and it just sort of gradually charges by defeating enemies. It's been a while.
I'm pretty sure it's actually through sync attacks is how you get it up. So the more sync techniques that you do, and the better ones that you do, the more it can fill up. So some of your big sync attacks can fill it up even like, you know, a quarter to half, depending on how big it is. The best ones I found are the ones where you do your commands, like your charge and like your charge attack into it, or your, you know, your spin the stick and do an attack. Those ones are the ones that give you the most because you are like doing them on command.
There you go. Have a bit of arms fun. Hehe. Arms fun seems so long ago now.
I know. Obviously, we all had fun with the what's going to be the Pokemon game, and I mean, basically the options were like Let's Go Johto or the Tencent game, and as was most likely, it was the Tencent game, and yeah, choices.
Are you giving your information to China, son? Yes, I sure am, Dad.
Oh boy. So, guess we can't put it off any longer. How do we feel about Pokemon Unite, Tanner?
Bad. That's it. It's just bad. It just gives me the bad feelings, and it just makes me real sad that like what some people look at it with like, whatever, it's a MOBA, that's a genre people like, is how like, you know, I dislike it in the way that people disliked Pokken when it was announced, but Pokken is sick because it's a fighting game, but I hate that in like the wide context of gaming, fighting games is the weird fringe thing.
I was never that offended at all by Pokemon. I thought it was a great idea, but then again, I am weird, even though I don't play that many fighting games. But yeah, I just looked at it and just thought, when they announced the name, I was just like, oh, that's a cool name. This could be pretty interesting. And then, yeah, it just turned out to be like, I don't do MOBAs, but even from what I know of, like, League of Legends, like, League of Legends, from what I was aware, at least had a lot more going for it in terms of how the sort of levels were laid out and how it played. And
no, that's actually... It's literally that. There is one map for League of Legends. The goal is literally defeat enemies on the field to level yourself up before you go and attack people. It is literally the definition of a reskin.
Right, so yeah, so basically, yeah, it just looks like a absolute pile of shite, and I will not be playing it.
I'm having a good time with Cafe Mix, honestly. I'm currently stalling on Mission 30, but that's besides the point. It feels unearned to have its own thing. It feels like Tencent didn't want it lumped in with the other titles, honestly. I don't think it needed its own direct. You know, you say what you will about, you know, people hyping themselves up and whatnot, but if Game Freak didn't do that in the first place, this won't be an issue. Sorry, the Pokemon Company. I've got enough to blame Game Freak for with their rushed development times, but it's the Pokemon Company who's doing all this stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, it was. You can understand how it happened that it got its own bloody thing, but yeah, in terms of what it is and the level of importance for it, it had no right to its own thing, and it probably would have gone down better with people had it been part of that, and the presentation ended with Snap, new Pokemon Snap, because ultimately that was what fans preferred. I get the gist that Unite is intended more at a Chinese audience, but your presentation is not aimed at a Chinese audience. Therefore, you kind of need to, you know, cater to that.
Well, I have a little bit more insight on what happened there. It's literally that the reason it got its own thing was that presentation with just Pokemon Unite was the one that was only that one aired in China. The other one didn't, because the other games are not coming to China, especially not the mainline Pokemon games, because well, there's certain characters with certain skin tones in the new Pokemon games that don't allow it to be sold in China. It's true. So, because of that, literally, this is going to be China's version of Pokemon.
Choices, as I said.
It's a very complicated issue. I'm not even going to pretend to understand all of it, but Tencent have a reputation for a reason. I don't like the look of the game. I'm fine with what DLC we're getting for Sword and Shield, and hopefully better luck next time in Generation 9.
Yeah, basically.
So we just went through that mission really quick. It's basically solving little riddles about what to do with different legions, like make yourself float, throw this sign, you know, fun stuff like that.
Alright, we've been through this whole rigmarole before. Let's do some sleuthing.
In the future, nobody is secure.
Alright, the password is these nuts. Right as rain.
It's like we go up, the password is left as snow.
If anyone asks, the password is Ligma. Ligma Pokemon Unite, thank you.
It's like, weren't you just here? And didn't we just say, were you just eavesdropping? No, right as rain.
1,000. I can just about afford it.
Yeah, no, I think you're okay.
Formerly a trilobite. Interesting.
I love eating trilobite powder.
Alright, let's go give this shit to Akira. After it's been mixed, of course. We're not insane.
You know, so we're mixing some jelly with some beetles and then crushed up trilobite. You know what? Honestly, at the end of the day, that's probably about as healthy as most sugary energy drinks. In fact, half of that sounds organic, so it's probably healthier.
They were downstairs.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. I got my merchants mixed up. I think she was just having a quick sneaking that before I came in.
I think she was, yes.
And the final ingredient, Vimto. Wonder if we could actually make this for ourselves and whatnot.
I'm not sure.
Well, she better be grateful. This is all she's getting for Christmas this year.
Okay, but for real, when I went to Japan, they have peach-flavored Coca-Cola. It's actually some of the best flavored stuff ever. It's so good.
Well, peach is a fine flavour. I just don't like eating peaches themselves. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a peach. What am I talking about? Drink it.
Yeah, no, Akira ain't doing that for us. So basically, we just got scammed.
Son of a bitch. Right, let's fancyfy ourselves. Arc police gear. And then we'll change stuff and whatnot.
We need to be ready for this final battle.
I like the dress uniform, personally.
So do I, like... Honestly, I just played the entire game in the dress uniform because it just looked smoother and sleeker.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, honestly. Coolio. Now, where did that lovesick guy go exactly?
I think that there was a green circle outside, so I think he's gone off running somewhere in there.
Ah, bloody hell.
The search warrant was up.
What, is that the name of the mission, or was he just running because someone was looking for him?
I have no idea. I'm just calling the green search circles the search warrant, because why the hell not?
Okay, I thought you were making a joke. I should have realised Richie doesn't do jokes.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm really shockingly bad at them. Speaking of which, something that you might find interesting is if you go down the ladder, go up the ladder that's just sort of nearest to you on the map. You can find the cat.
Oh, cool.
You can go rescue little Vanilla.
Oh, you know, Richie, I like to figure out the names when I see them, but you spoiled it now, so.
Tough shit.
Oh, you're ever so sassy, especially on a hot day. Okay, shall we go see our friend and whatnot?
We can go do that once we head on back to the HQ because of, well, our makeshift HQ, because that's when we can warp on back there.
I don't give a fuck.
It's a bit of a shame we only got one half of the Necopara pairing, though. Where's Chocola? Come on, we got Vanilla.
Well, there's always the next game, mate. There's always the next game.
Yeah, and also, to be fair, there were a bunch of cats that we missed, so...
Getting a load of rare material codes, but not the precious premium ones.
I think we just need one more actually to upgrade our weapon there, because we got the one on the ground, then we got one for completing the mission, so we just need to find one more, and we are good to get the strongest baton we can get.
Nice. Oh, there he is. You okay?
Need some blue shifting.
Yeah, I think he's dying.
That's what happens when I get lovesick.
Oh boy, you're not wrong. You cool?
Oh, I feel better now. It's almost like I just remembered. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Beaches and shores, beaches and shores. Why do I have to be this guy's wingman? Jesus Christ.
It's concerning, but hey, I suppose it's the red vibe.
Yeah, we is the red gang after all. Oh, how did I miss those? Just a couple of empty cans.
They might have just spawned, actually.
Nope, that's the wrong way. I'm getting all turned around in this chapter.
It's fine, I mean, it's a very maze-like area.
Oh my god, that dude is floating. Just ignore the guy and his invisible horse. We try to.
Yeah, with the glowing blue hair.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just a question to sate my curiosity. Why do you always turn right when you enter the door there?
I don't know. I expect the corridor to turn the way I want on the right.
Oh god. Here we go. This is just gonna be cringe.
Hi, Brenda. I love you. Oh no. A harried bomb. Sorry my child was being a brat. Another few roundhouse kicks will put them in their place. And if that doesn't suffice... Oh my god, it's the Stone Cold Stunner!
By gosh, she has a family!
There's this one meme on, like, Co or whatever, where someone just randomly interjects with, like, you know, that's interesting and all, but so-and-so did so-and-so at WrestleMania at such a time. It's a lot funnier when they tell it, because they actually get all the details and whatnot. It's framed like, this topic's interesting and all, but don't let it distract you from this ancient wrestling feat. The child is placated. See, if a child can wear a mask, you can wear one when you go outside, you fucks.
Yes, thank you!
Hey!
Sorry, I'm just saying it how it is, you selfish.
Uh-huh.
I even just got like a real nice designer mask that has like Canadian flags all over it. It's real nice. It's cloth. Doesn't fog up the glasses.
That is helpful.
Oh boy.
I mean, if...
You're not my type.
I was wondering how they were gonna do this when you play as the guy, and the answer is surprisingly straight. Alright, well, actually, not surprisingly straight, you know what I'm saying? Heyo.
How you doing, Brenda? See, that response is actually warranted this time. Alright, where's this gold slime, Rich?
So you know the delightful sort of sewer area where we had to go to begin the last file properly?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's basically down there. You just got to go down there, murder some chimeras and aberrations, and then it should show up.
You got it, mate.
Nice and easy. And I remember the toilet's real easy to find in this one, too.
Yeah, the toilet is, to pardon the pun, piss easy.
Well, you might have to point it out, you know how stupid I am.
Well, I mean, to sort of make it easier, basically, you know when we were, when we were last at that location, I told you to do something, because something was there, and it wasn't. It's because it's in this file, not that one.
Right. Don't understand a word of that, but hey-ho.
You'll remember when we get there. You'll be like, oh, yes, of course, because I remembered when I played this.
Get him!
I'm coming for you.
So this seems like it would be really difficult. The fact that, you know, you got these guys kind of running around and stuff, and the graffiti meter goes up. But honestly, you can see them on the minimap, which makes it real easy, and the meter goes up real slowly. So it isn't much of a thing to worry about. And plus, they have to stop to take breaks every now and then.
This is silly.
I wouldn't recommend Beasts just because of that.
Where's the other one?
I think if you go, yeah, keep going the direction you were going there, you'll eventually cross into him.
Sure it wasn't the other way?
Well, it loops, does it not?
Yeah, you'll see him on the map eventually, just because it's... Oh, there he is. Did you see him right there on the red dot?
Yeah, I see him.
Like, look, we're at 23%. You'll have more than enough time to catch up to him.
Oh god, yeah.
Not if Beast does an infinite again.
That's true.
But it is fun, so I am going to do it again.
See, he's just up there spray painting these X's because he thinks he looks cool.
Yeah, and spray painting them in the middle of the air, and running straight into our chain, so that was helpful.
Got him. You're over, Parnassus. Your art sucks. Stick to Instagram. And off they go, never to appear again, at least until the sequel. I get it. Runs in the... What?
Huh.
Well, okay, I guess. I'd give that art a D.
It is funny, though, that they're like, art is eternal, and yet because of the fact that their art is digital art, it's not. If you delete the source files, it is gone.
Forever! There's like a red thing here.
That'll be what that red thing is.
Oh my god.
I never found this. I thought it was a glitch originally when I saw the red thing there and there was nothing. I'm like, oh well, guess I'll just keep going. Turns out I was stupid.
Echidna!
Mother of all monsters, I believe. That's what she was in the Hercules TV show, anyway.
Yes, so, monster, half woman and half snake, lived alone in a cave. She was the mate of the fearsome monster Typhon and was the mother of many of the most famous monsters of Greek myth.
So of course, the animal, the echidna, is actually entirely unrelated to this. It was just a thing where they used the same name twice. This was used for humor in the Percy Jackson series, where once they found the echidna monster, they're like, you mean like Knuckles from Sonic? And they're like, no, we are entirely unrelated.
Come on. There you go. Kind of feels like I was barely touching them there, but oh well.
Yeah, I think because its hitbox is primarily sort of its head and upper body, so I think that's probably what's causing a little bit of grief there.
She has a very Monster Hunter looking moveset. Specifically, there's this one snake monster from Monster Hunter 4, and it has a very similar moveset to that, whose name I can't necessarily recall off the top of my head.
But either way, it's nearly dead, so that's all that really matters.
Bit of a whiff there.
Bit of a whiff, but Dog Cop was in there getting the damage.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do that on my original run. It's kind of easy to miss, actually.
Oh, definitely.
You just have the red dot there, and like the ground was kind of shimmering, but barely.
That's more like it, innit? Anyway, back to what I was doing.
What, taking on another red case before we look at the slime?
Well, I was heading to the slime. Sorry, unwell man, you'll have to stay unwell while I go and do this. I'm sorry, but I want those new colours. I need to be fresh as fuck, boy.
Totally fair.
I know whenever I play a game, the number one thing I'm concerned with is how fresh can I look. Like, give me the option between raising my stats permanently and getting a new costume. I will pick the costume 100% of the time. I don't even care if it is, like, just the main character without glasses on. If they normally are in the game with glasses, I will get that. I love costumes.
I mean, maybe not quite as similar in that sense, because I find that I like the mixture of getting awesome costumes and stats at the same time, which is why, even though I'm unlikely to play it, because good lord is it long, I am really appreciative of Xenoblade Chronicles DX, Definitive Edition, allowing you to select whatever armour you want for the stats and whatever armour you want for the sort of the visual appearance, because that's just really satisfying.
There's also the fact that I honestly really dislike most of the armor in that game. I think a lot of their designs I look at and I'm like, that would look better on any other game, you know, with any other character. It just doesn't look right for Shulk to be wearing like this outfit where he has like a horn coming out of his head with like sharp spikes on his left side, and I'm like, that's not the Shulk I know.
What do you know about Shulk? Shulk is mine!
And there it is!
Get him! Get him! He's a speedy one.
He's a very speedy one, and he's got a decent area to get around, but you murdered him!
Yay! Hooray for murder!
Don't forget to accept the order of that so we can get the reward.
Yeah, boy. There you go.
You know, they could have said Blaster Master. They could have.
They could have, and they should have, but they didn't.
Alas. Alrighty. And there's a red case just here as well.
Mm-hmm. Be ready for some stealth.
Ah. Goody. Oh, I remember this one, yeah. Let me Beyblade in peace, man. It's the most extreme sport going. And away he rips.
see him running away every night, and I just can hear his thoughts. All he says is he wants to be the Bay Battle champion.
Alright, let's find the man's friend.
Funnily enough, he just stopped round the corner.
Well, you know, he's just trying to be stealthy and whatnot.
If he wanted to be that stealthy, he would have kept bloody moving.
You gotta look down here. Don't look behind you.
I do find it funny that I genuinely feel that the easiest stealth missions are at the end of the game, where some of the harder ones are at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Feels like someone's following me. Nah.
That'd be silly, he says as he books it.
Don't make too much noise now, and don't throw the explosive barrel, whatever you do.
Try not to run over the glass, because it's a little bit noisy.
Oh, that's what that was, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly why that is there.
I feel like I should be intervening to help him here, but a guy's gotta make his own way in the world.
Don't make the mistake I did and go up to him to talk to him to be like, hey, what's wrong? He's like, I saw you. Then you redo the mission.
In your own time.
You know, maybe if you cleaned up that stuff around him.
Yeah, that might get him to move.
There you go.
I thought I was surrounded by a video game collectible.
Oh, all that juice. I can see some more broken glass there, you sneaky motherfucker. You goddamn kids.
So this particular bit is the most challenging section of the stealth, because obviously you got the broken glass, you got the kids running around like absolute wano, appearing sort of as if from nowhere sometimes. I mean, where the hell did that kid come from? And yeah, just gotta be a little bit careful.
I was born to stealth.
Just chilling.
That guy looks extremely fashionable, and definitely not following me. Hey! Oh. Well, alright. Oh my god.
Thankfully, you're good now.
Auto hermit hideout.
Again, I wouldn't feel comfortable with, like, the front door to my place, my secret hideout. Yeah, it's hidden, but all you have to do is brush past it, and, you know, the whole secret's out the window.
Exactly, it's more than a bit dodge. Hey, look, it's that dude that we gave the gunner drone to.
Huh. I never factored that in before. Are you sure it's not just the same character model?
I mean, it's probably the same character model, but, I mean, hey, it's bloody him.
Alright. That's enough cause that I need to take him in. Hey! You're hurting that guy's friend who I only just met. You need to stop. I am disgruntled. I am bitter. Yeah, I am actually following you. You're not very good when it comes to peripheral vision, mate.
Yeah, they're really not. Like, we weren't that hidden.
Guys, there has been some change. Oh my god! It's okay, he's dead now. Like, we're not on the side of the government anymore, guys.
We kind of hate the government now, just like you. So, I mean, you could just stick with us, but no? Okay, well, alright, I'll punch you.
Yeah, that's what they deserve.
You need to get out of here. Shut your big mouth. I'm still bitter. You gonna listen to that? Oh no.
Eris.
Goddess of chaos?
Yep, Greek goddess of chaos, strife, and discord. So, goddess of the platform that we're using right now.
Also, I've watched Billy and Mandy. I know how this works.
You know, some call her Eris.
Don't you dare.
Okay.
Pretty cool design, though. Got like little drones and whatnot.
It is a really cool design. I mean, to be fair, majority of the sort of legions and chimeras in this game have really cool designs, even the ones that are basically just recolors.
Oh, I'm kicking ass over here.
Nothing like a good corner combo. Oh, those critical hits. You saw those like 300 numbers coming up.
Oh, I like it.
Feels good.
Now, is there any item that can get my sync rate up into the heavens? Because I might require a couple of those for the final boss.
Your meter there?
Yeah, my fusion meter.
I think probably your best bet would be to put on the auto sync attack ones, because then even if you do a motion that you don't know has a sync attack after, like one of the spins or one of the holds, then you would automatically do it and get the meter for it. So that one might help out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check to see if it's affected by any of the other meters there, like the ones that say gain more energy from doing stuff.
Ready to fight me? I was just being epic as usual over here.
Mate, don't go trying taking down chimeras when you're clearly not anywhere near capable of doing so.
What are you gonna do? Throw your beanie at them?
Exactly.
Man, it's a tough beanie, don't get me wrong, but... Nice. Okay. There's a few left over here, I guess.
Iris, shut down.
If you check your map,
The third wheel.
so yep, that will indeed be the last one for us to complete, and that would be the poor ill guy who was on the floor,
Aww.
who you so cruelly ran past.
Look, I was in the middle of several things, okay? Where is this lad? Oh, I see him. So is the toilet in this area or is it in the next one?
Next area.
The very beginning of the next area.
You got it.
So, from what I'm seeing, there is not one that actually increases any of the, your meter, from the stuff. So, it's not necessarily ones that, one that you can increase. You can't do much aside from the, auto sync attack to get your sync meter going higher.
That's fine. I guess I'll try and save it for the final boss then.
I mean, it's probably a good shout, but then equally, I know that there are a few fights around there before you get to the final boss where you might need that extra support, so you don't necessarily need to be stingy with it.
I've got axe if need be.
Yeah, I found myself at the end there. I used it before the final boss, and then during the final boss I got enough meter to use it again, so it's because you're doing a lot of sync attacks there.
Gotta go up here. This is what I actually did in the last chapter. See, I was conflating stuff again.
Yeah, it's very, very easy to do. Obviously, like happened with the Brenda file case. Obviously, things occurring in the sort of sewer bit. Obviously, as you will see very shortly, me in the location of a particular toilet. When you reuse areas in this type of manner, it is kind of inevitable that there's going to be some type of slippage in terms of what you think happens when and where.
That's cool, mate. It happens to the best of us. Alright. Any secrets in here, Rich?
None particularly that I'm aware of that we really need to care about.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember I was looking in here and I'm like, there's gotta be like some big secrets in here because there's a lot of switches and a lot of stuff you can get, but the only things in here were just a lot of rare material codes, which I didn't need, so I was like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, basically at this point, your main things that you get out of these is the chests. Also, you know, putting yourself into mortal danger with these lighters.
Jesus.
Thankfully, they don't hurt you, but they will push you and you will fall.
Like that. See, that's the mark of a great Let's Player. He shows examples of what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
And then I guess also the getting the percentage for the red matter cleanup too. That is also down here. So if you need it, then you can get it down here.
Yeah, and to be fair, you probably should do, because I mean this is nice and easy stuff to pick up.
There we go. Oh boy, big, wide open arena. I wonder what's going to happen here.
Was there a lost girl without a girl boyfriend around?
A girl boyfriend. I am Dracula. I read that as pod rage.
Oh yeah, now this is pod raging.
When you slam into a wall at 50 miles an hour, times by 100, yeah, does tend to get a little bit angsty, as it were.
There are a few different podages in Greek mythology, two specifically. So one of the harpies is named Podage, and due to her union with Zephyrus, the god of the west wind, was the mother of Balius and Xanthus, the horses of Achilles. But also you've got the rainbow messenger goddess Iris, who is the sister of the harpies, is sometimes also referred to as Podage. So you've got sort of two sources there, but both of them are harpy related, so it makes sense.
Thankfully, the wind attack does not damage our hostage, so we can just... It's like, yeah, you just do that. That works for us.
Yeah, just stay away from the hostage, if you please.
See, when he sends out the wind, that's really when you want to bring Beast in, but I'm not about that life.
It's honestly not even something you need to do, because you can usually send out your legion far enough that you can just have it attack out there, you know, with the wind and not have to worry about it. So you do have, with your axe, you got it now, you do have a launcher with it by doing back forward in the call button, which is real good for these flying enemies, because you will hit them with your arc that you do.
Just gotta not roll off the stage first.
It would be ideal if you could avoid doing that, but thankfully it's nearly dead, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Thankfully, it looked like it rolled off the stage at the same time, meaning it had to come back. So hey, good for us.
Nice. We should probably purchase some medicine before we head back.
Probably should, although obviously I would just double check which items you have in your loadout, because sometimes they can be slightly different. I could say that it's one hell of a special forces unit we're in.
Hopefully we can rebuild Neuron, where I'll be at the centre of it all, Master of Legions.
Or the Legion of Legions, you could say.
I'm gonna make Joseph look like a fucking British family summer holiday. Alright, I guess that's that then.
Yep, that is indeed that. There is basically nothing else to do other than obviously pick up some items, send Doggo for a hunt of things. Because obviously there will be a mixture of dig spots around here. But it's whether you can be bothered to actually do the hunting required to find them, and generally I suppose the answer to that is no.
Well, at least when you're dealing with me,
So the other two things we just got to do when we head back to the base are to feed our cats, as that is of the utmost importance, and upgrade our X-Baton to be the strongest one.
Don't forget getting the colour, boy.
Oh yes, that is true.
Although obviously we might just go straight back to the colour that we've got, but we'll see.
Well, that will depend on the manner of the colour we get.
I'm very excited to get pea soup colored legions.
That fucking cat. Oh, what have you given to me? Oh, I can sell that.
It's basically them giving us money for all that's considered, you know.
Oh, Lord. I just want another drone.
Like how we're looking down angstily at an angle for this.
Oh, are you only allowed, like, one per chapter?
I think you're allowed one in your inventory at a time.
Yes.
But I gave the other one away, so...
One in inventory at a time, and I think it's one bought one in your inventory at a time.
Okay.
Likes to be funny like that.
16, I believe.
It's alright.
Choices.
Yeah, You know what, we're gonna go OG for the final chapter.
Yeah, that is totally fair.
There we go. Right, now who can we buy items from here? Because it's not Brenda this time.
I think it's the lady who you did the mission for with the chemistry.
It's the chemist.
Well, that explains it. Sell the stuff. And there we go. Now I will purchase all your finest wares. That will be good. I'll take 3 of these. That could be good. Nah, we don't need that. I'll take all your medicines.
And take all of the medicine minis as well.
Alright, now how do I set my items up again? It's been a while.
Go to there, yeah, and then you want to...
You'll click A and then you'll go to set.
Ah, register. There we go.
Or register, rather.
Thank you, Tanner. Medicine mini. And go there.
Also have a medicine full down at the bottom. You'll also want to put on your Lappy specials.
Yep. Also, get rid of the empty can. It's not needed right now.
I know. Silly Tom, you turned off your targeting computer. What's wrong? Should sell the Perching Raven and whatnot, but I don't have the heart.
I don't think you can. I think it's a special item.
Heal all. That should be good.
That would definitely be good.
Boost energy refill, prevents stun there. Heal all with a thing.
Yep, so that's part of your temporary field supply.
So you might as well put that on too, because then that heal all, if you get another one, it'll automatically be set.
And I guess I'll put like a charge or whatever on there, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you might as well. I mean, you've got basically 2 wasted slots at the minute, so you might as well fill in with something.
Much better. Right, we're ready to head out now.
I thought you were going to upgrade your Experton.
Ah, yes, good call.
Downstairs.
Son of a bitch.
Very nice. Fully maxed out, ready to go.
Oh, bueno. Oh, the thought of getting 6 more premium codes fills me with dread.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not happening right now. You might technically be able to do it by the time the... Well, you got one there. So you technically might be able to do it when you start up the post-game. But it's debatable.
Get all the stuff that we can here, I guess.
Well, it makes sense to.
We gotta prepare for the final battle. I think you got nothing here, because those are all locked behind premium material codes.
Yep.
Can't get anything there. You can get that ability, the blinking one. And then the one beside it, probably.
And that's your lot, folks. Right, now are we ready?
I think you've got an extra ability slot on Beast, so I'd probably just make sure your abilities are all in line.
Okay.
Yep, just double checking, like, you got, I think there's one more that also had another one, so if there's anything you want to throw on. Like I said, the auto-sync attack would be good to give to, probably Sword if you're going to be using him to get your stuff.
Alright, it's time to go take the fight to Joseph.
Ready to go to the ARI and finish this?
Yes, I've done all the mini-games, let's go.
Knock on wood, but this could be our last stand. Better be sure you're really ready. It may be a while before we can come back home. Are you sure you want to go now?
Yes, Hal, I'm ready.
You got it. All aboard the chopper.
Wait, we have a chopper?
Aegis Research Institute.
Yeah, they may have stolen it.
Ah. Makes a lot of sense, really.
It's actually just 4 of Hal's drones holding a 2x4 that we have to hold on to.
Very interesting mode of transportation. There we go. An hour into the video, Reckoning. Final Judgment. There's Final Chase, Final Rush, and Final Judgment. I am amazed that they're allowing us to get this close without shooting us down.
I mean, ditto, but hey, like, as you may have imagined, Joseph is very much
I bet we'll find Joseph
out of
up
his
there.
mind.
Well, I would have said preoccupied with his project, really.
Also preoccupied. So, yes, before you do anything at all, for the love of God, go down the stairs.
Brenda hooked me up with a floor map, so I can handle navigation.
All right, Olive. Lead the way.
Gotta use the share, don't mind me.
So yeah, this is the, it's right in the middle. So yeah, this was the instance of I think it was like file 3 when we were last here.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, go down the stairs, there's something there. It's because I was thinking of this.
And we get optical camo paper. Alright, sure.
Yeah, it's a thing.
You know, if you use it, it makes it look like you're wiping with nothing at all. Wiping with nothing at all. Wiping with nothing at all.
I don't like that, Tanner.
So, in that last cutscene, I actually noticed that Hal has like a cartoon wolf sticker, and it just made me think, is Hal a furry? Which would kind of explain a lot.
We can't turn back now.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to, because every friggin' door's locked. It'd be really awkward if you go to, like, your final RPG thing, and, like, oh, the front door's just locked and they won't open it.
I mean, it would end a very good number of hero plans to save the day if they just locked the frickin' door and didn't have the key and kept the key inside.
I'm gonna find you.
What are you looking for?
The way forward. Oh, that's a door. I thought that was the wall. I'm sorry.
It's literally going forward. Mission, find Yosef. Mission failed. Couldn't find the door.
Who wants an elevator fight?
You look at this and you're like, yeah, this'll be used to be fought in at least at one point.
Although, oddly, not actually a ranked fight.
Huh.
You saw them.
Or it might be if it happens later, honestly, at this point. God knows.
It doesn't happen at this point. In this point, they subvert your expectations and make you go, no, it's a big area, but there's no fight here. And then later on there totally is when it makes you go, ah, you got me, Platinum.
Would that by any chance be the very well-named Getting the Shaft mission?
I think it is.
I would assume so, Rich.
Do you copy? We got
But
out
yeah,
the
so
elevator.
there are still, even now, a couple of optional red cases that you can pick up. So I will try to keep us abreast of those whenever they pop up.
I know of one of them.
Well, I've got an initial one,
Radio jamming?
so
You turned that and
we'll
the elevator
see.
shut down. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Iris, startup.
Make sure I'm not missing anything like this. Gotcha. Son of a bitch. Could have used that earlier, but oh well.
But you can use it on one of your legions.
Ah.
Shut down.
Only a legion or two.
Those ones need 2.
Unchained Axe Legion. It's a scary thing.
Iris, startup. Iris, shut down.
Oh my.
Here we are at the Figma production facility.
Oh, Liam has gone too far this time.
This is...
Tizer. They brewed them all with Tizer.
You know, they're like full body size, but even still, the Nendoroids are still more expensive for some reason.
Do you really need this many, though?
I mean, clearly Joseph thinks so.
Damn it!
No. That's too hot. You're right. We're giving them exactly what they want.
There are wildly different tones depending on whether you're playing as male or female. Because when you're male and you see all these female clones, you're like, wow, Yosef is a perv. And then you play as, you know, the female and it's a bunch of dudes and you're like, wow, he's a perv, but at least he's watched, you know, like Captain America to think about like the super soldier program.
It is time for the file, which is called the Mystery Capsules.
Not really a mystery. They don't even throw a tarp over them.
Yeah, no, it is very unmysterious.
I was like, I'm at this bitch.
See, even they wear masks. It's not that hard. I mean, mind you, there's holes in theirs, which means they're actually not very effective, but...
Hold on. Try and take a picture. There you go. Akira clone. Clone of Akira.
And now it's just time to really bring the hurt on these clones, because you're not our sister, you fakers!
She was better. Always better. Give me that blue shields.
All it takes, though, is for you to go to one of them that just comes out a bit too early. And it's like, put me back, I'm not done yet. Oh, it hurts. The air, it hurts. Was I born to fight?
They're not me.
You're making references, I'm sure you are, but god damn it, I'm too busy kicking my sister's ass over here.
Also, I love how these clones think that, you know, they're going to be able to do any damage to us just by, you know, throwing the odd punch.
Well, Rishi, they were literally just born. They don't have their legions. They don't have any kind of expat on.
You are not wrong. Like, they're clearly very stupid babby Akiras.
They barely have clothes.
Just saying.
You know, if it wasn't for the ARI HR department, they wouldn't have any.
Yeah, we're just going to leave that to just sort of sit there.
Yeah, let simmer. Let simmer.
Also, I love how, like, we're absolutely obliterating all of these Akira clones, and Akira is down there just fighting one who she still hasn't killed yet.
We soon will run over and, you know, go kill for her.
Nope. Nice. I'd call that a success. I got to punch my sister into oblivion millions of times, and she can't tell Mom at all.
Oh god, and the collapsed enemies are still in the distance because you've got the rotating. Oh, that's great.
Needs to answer for what he's done.
This was meant to be a legit anime game, not one of those animes. Oh, I'm turning into Vinny with the amount of... Oh, but the animes that I'm talking about.
Case that you can miss. If you run up the stairs over to the right here, just keep going until a bunch of scientists start running towards you, and then follow them back to that room.
I know this one, mate. A little bit like Ganon's Tower, except a lot more white. God, what's he doing up there?
It's actually very similar to some of the conclusion sections for Nier Automata have a very similar looking, you know, white rooms with, you know, pristine hallways. It follows a very similar aesthetic there. Just waiting for him to slip right through the wall, honestly.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Yeah, let's go. Oh, no.
Agamemnon, who is basically one of the great kings of Greek mythology. King of, I think it's Mycenae, son or grandson of King Atreus, brother of Menelaus, husband of Clytemnestra, and the father of Iphigenia, Electra, Laodice, Orestes, and Chrysothemis. He was also king of Argos at different times or in different ways. The main thing with Agamemnon is that when Menelaus' wife Helen was taken to Troy by Paris, Agamemnon commanded the united Greek armed forces in the ensuing Trojan War. And he's also the subject of his own Greek tragedy. Because basically he ends up getting killed by Aegisthus, the lover of his wife Clytemnestra.
There you go.
Look, we're all learning here. Isn't it wonderful? As you can see, like, you just did, you know, one big sync attack, and from that, you've already charged up almost half your meter. So, getting those sync attacks in is definitely the way you wanna get the get your meter up for the cool fusion mode. You know, fusion is just a technique that makes weak cops stronger.
Don't pander to me, Tanner. I see you there.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Definitely went well.
And we got another premium material code, so... I need more power. Oh! These require 2.
So we're gonna need to find another, which I'm pretty sure we'll get from another combat encounter if we get a good ranking on them.
I mean, even if we don't, because obviously a lot of them are the first time completion ranks, so that'll help.
Indeed, mate, indeed. Oh boy, here we go.
Akira was right. Something's going on here.
I'm loving the spin attack.
This one has a spin attack as well as the regular Sword Legion, and the regular Sword Legion does it like 4 times, ending with like a super like repetitive swing, and it's like just so nice to just completely swing through waves of enemies Muso style.
Oh, baby. Nice. Yeah, don't worry, I'm just getting my red stuff over here.
It's a good shout, and also there is another optional red case coming up. At least I'm pretty sure it's optional. We're just going to make sure that we get it either way.
Oh, it's coming back to me. Yeah, when Akira goes one way, you go the other.
Oh, me.
I gotta purge all these me's. Shadow, android, am I an android?
I have to find out.
Hey Akira, I guess you're on your way to the Ark. I guess that means we're going too. Etc. We're already on the Ark. That was fast. Okie dokie. So I guess it's this way. Oh boy. Hey! Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum.
Okay, so thankfully, I don't think it is optional, and you are going to encounter it anyway, so that's fine, we're not going to miss it.
Maybe you can find their controls. Use your legion to destroy them.
Aha. You want some?
Preemptively jumping down. It's like, what if they were just a bit too late? Or what if we just pulled the bridge back in?
Ladies.
Look at us, just like a Friday night, fisting multiple ladies.
Oh, Tanner, you had to take it too far.
That's my job.
We good? Yeah.
Good job, Hal. You really helped out there, bud.
Now, if you want a free item, turn around now. And then walk a bit further forward and then look to your left.
To my left.
And up a bit.
Aha.
Ooh, sharpshooter eyes. Common material code. Oh no, never mind.
Ooh, yes. Based Richie, giving it all this. This power is off the fucking chain. I just got it.
You can even put on one more skill for him. That's where you'd want to put on your auto sync attack so that you can get big meter for the final boss with it.
Or be like Big Meter.
So there's your auto sync.
Ah, there it is. Nice.
There might have been a better one in there somewhere, but does it really matter?
Who gives a toss?
Don't you hate surprise crystals?
I do.
Funny that, you might have a whole corridor of them to deal with in a bit.
Yes, I know, Richie, I know.
Look at this dude using crab hammer.
She just laid me out flat there.
Does have a higher chance of critical hits and is a water type attack. Then there we go, using our Legion like a Beyblade.
Now, before you turn left, there is that chest over there if you want to have a looky inside. I don't think it's necessarily as good as that premium code, but hey, it's still it's a chest, and they do like you to pick these things up.
They do. That'll do, pig.
Multiple medicines, so that's fine by me.
Oh boy. Yeah. Could have seen this coming, honestly, even if I hadn't played the game.
Now we get the Ice Arm variant. Fitting name.
I mean, it is indeed very fitting, and so Ark was a daughter of Thormus and fraternal twin of Iris, sometimes affiliated with the faded second rainbow, sometimes seen in the shadow of the first. During the Titanomachy, she sided with the Titans against the Olympian gods, so she became the messenger of the Titans, while Iris became the messenger of the gods. When the Olympians won, Zeus punished Ark, so she was deprived of her wings, cast into Tartarus, and her wings were later given to Peleus and Thetis as a gift on their wedding day. Thetis then gave them to her son Achilles, which is thought to be where you then get the derivation of her surname, which was the whole thing with the Podarkas.
Okay. Don't understand any of that, but I appreciate you going through the trouble to find it out, mate.
See, I'm just stuck on the fact that they gave a second-hand pair of wings as a wedding gift. Can you imagine giving someone a second-hand gift for their wedding? That's just rude.
Did not connect, but it's fine. Get him!
If only he had something to cover up his ears with. So when you get that big bubble around the enemies, that is your slow attack there. So it's kind of like a stasis bubble. It's real good to get. You get a chance of it with certain abilities.
Nice. Probably could have done a bit better there, but hey, what you gotta do?
Yeah, it happens. I mean, it's a bloody S rank, like, for the love of God.
Get over it, Tom. You're not the best. Do you deserve that plus, truly? Kind of.
I mean, yes, you do. But these things happen. Major thing to recommend is before you go through that door, make sure you run through it whilst you're on Beast.
Okay.
It'll make life a lot easier for you going forward.
Again with this Zandatsu bollocks? Alright.
I'm just happy by the end of the game they weren't making you do Skyward Sword stuff where it's like, I hope you can quickly do this movement with your sword.
It's full of poo gas.
Looks like we'll need the Axe Legion to get through.
Ah, yeah, so it's not that door, it's the next door. There's one door where make sure you get on Beast.
Also, if you want to get all the red matter, make sure you have a bunch of extending the red matter range abilities on if you want to get it all for your beast.
One of them had a missing ability slot.
Ah. What can we do for this?
Slow attack would be really good because there's a lot of chances of it hitting, which give you a lot more chances of the slow attack happening.
Do we have any slows, though?
I think you just got one in one of the later missions you just did here, so it should be near the bottom.
Scrolling down.
I'm sure I saw you get one.
It was right at the bottom. Oh, 3 slots.
Well, red matter removal is 3 slots, so it's not super worth it.
That's all good. Now, as for a doggo...
Well, now you have 2 empty slots on that one.
Core burst can be removed. Chain boost, don't really need. That was silly. Red matter removal, I need it. There we go. Alright.
Didn't put it on.
Did I not?
No.
That's silly.
And then I think Arrow's still missing one.
God damn it.
Well, missing 2.
Well, I'm not trying to fill this guy up, mate.
You might as well use them all. There's no reason to not. Super armor would be good. Oh, and it is effect spread, meaning all of your legions have super armor now.
Nice. Alright, here we go.
It is time for the Hall of Terrors.
It's a fucking Crash Bandicoot level.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it's really fun. Apart from when that happens.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting it. Get up.
Think faster, we're done for.
Yes, you gotta watch for it both coming at you on the ground as well as the walls. So you want to really hook it to the other side if it's coming from one of them.
But thankfully they do in general give you enough time to see that it's coming.
It's just tough when they start doubling up where you got like wall and ground at the same time.
Oh no, the wall's down. What kind of security system is this? Quick, use the Arm Legion to get it open before we're stuck in here.
Yeah, boy. The fact that I died once will probably score badly against me.
Yeah, it's not gonna give you the best score, but still.
That could have been much worse. Ooh, another wide open room for us to fight more Akaras in.
See, now this is very Metal Gear Solid 2. There's an exact scene like this near the end of the game.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, this is definitely a good time to just go absolutely ham.
I would recommend not using your fusion, though, and waiting for the next battle for that.
And there are Raven soldiers in the background doing their little gun thing, so be aware of that.
And also we have our final optional red case coming up. And as with the Agamemnon fight, this one acts very similarly. Basically, you get to what's effectively the point of no return, and then you duel back to this very room. And by point of no return, I mean the lift.
God, these ones with the guns are super annoying.
Because even though you have the super armor on, they're classified as a heavy hit because they stagger you a bit more. So it's like, yeah, it's you can't really, it interrupts your attacks, which is just annoying.
I mean, any sort of gun enemy in a character action game just really frustrating no matter what. I.e., you getting your jollies?
Getting your jar. Oh god, that was an exercise in trying not to rip my wrist off my arm.
That is forever embedded in my brain as one of the most annoying taunts in all of video games.
Alright, you're gonna have to tell me, what is that from?
It's No More Heroes.
Ah, okay, got it. Still have to play those myself, what with the third game coming out.
Yeah, you definitely should. They are a lot of fun. Although I feel like it's specifically No More Heroes 2, but it might also be a No More Heroes 1.
No, it's in 2 mate.
Yeah, because of the Shinobu level, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whew. Oh, bless.
Nice. So again, we took a little bit of extra time, but because we did so many things, we got a good ranking.
I'm not sure if all that red stuff in the corridor counted towards my,
I think it did.
I got the blue shield master and I got the nature calls thing as well. Oh, alright. Oh, we're close at the very least.
We are very close.
Swear to God. It's gotta come down to like 79%, you watch.
Most likely, but hey, you can't win them all.
No, I can't, Rich. Even though I should.
Even though you should. Right, so now that we're in here, do not go up that lift yet. What I want you to do is just go forward and just sort of make sure, yeah, you've in the room. Now leave it again and go back to the room where you fought all the ravens.
Okay.
Definitely didn't do this when I played. I was so hyped for the final battle.
There we go. The last optional fight.
Where you at? I like how the music hasn't really changed at all since we've been here. Like, no in and out of battle themes and whatnot. Like, it's keeping a consistent tone. I like that.
Who's this little fella?
Ciao Maximus.
Currently looking at it is an actual word, so it's a condition of horses in which there's a swelling of the fleshy lining of the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth.
Okay, sure. You know, but I thought it was going to be, well, he's the, you know, the god of anyone whose butt lights up, you know, because they'd have lamp ass. Puns.
Oh, Tanner.
The other thing with it is it's a type of luxury fabric with a background weft.
It is interesting that we actually get, like, one of these little dudes who can fight. And he has a really creative moveset, it looks like.
Yeah, he's the Mac Daddy of all these guys.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we are about to go into the end of the game, so they're not going to give you the hardest optional fight there, are they?
I did that about as good as it could have gone, I think.
Ooh, and another premium material code we can use to unlock something for our legions.
Nice. That's the good stuff. I'll learn you a legion or two. No.
That means needs 4. Wow.
I think we only got one there, it just showed it twice.
Ah, yeah, that'll explain it.
So is it safe to move on now, Rich?
Yeah, we are done.
Okay, I hope there's some more red matter coming up.
Boy, I sure hope this elevator ride is nice and oh no.
So yes, we really are getting the shaft right now.
Get him! Jesus Christ. Kinda cool though.
I mean, I will say, even though it is a complete trope at this point, elevator or lift fights are still some of the coolest fights that you can have in either a film or a video game.
Well, I mean, just because it's like a cliche doesn't mean it's bad per se.
Yeah. We'll take that, Cinema Sins.
Don't talk to me about cinema sins. They've pushed back internet-based discourse for years to come. That's right, I said it.
Wow, they said the name of the movie title in the movie? Wow, how cliche, ding.
Oh, we're bastards.
Yeah, but hey, at least we are kicking up and not down.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna hit it down, at least do it with style.
If you're gonna punch the nuts, punch them to the Milky Way.
In the guide I read, it said, make sure you equip something with anti-ice. I'm like, no, I'm good, thanks. Fuck your shield.
To be fair, like, you don't really need any of those stats preventing things. Like, they help a bit, but they're not really that necessary.
The only one that I'd say is even worth it at all is anti-stun. Just so that if you have an enemy that has something that can, you know, stun you in place for a set period of time, that's annoying. The ice, it's like, whatever, you got a little bit of ice physics. We're gamers, we've dealt with that for years.
Kinda regretting the words of past Tom 64 now.
Yeah. Just literally 5 seconds later, we're frozen in place getting comboed by frogs.
The hubris of Tom. Final chapter, secret Astral mission. I think after these guys it might be a new Chimera and that's the end of it.
Sounds about right to me.
Well, actually, maybe a bit more because we are already at 50% here.
Yes, but that's 50% before we've killed the last guy, because they do tend to jump. And obviously by jump I did mean, you know, get whacked up into the air.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Obviously.
Obviously. Here he come. And this is the last new guy of the game. Oh, Scylla and Charybdis.
So obviously, I have already gone over this before on the channel, because obviously, Sonic Chronicles, my god.
Yep.
But yeah, so Scylla is legendary monster who lives on one side of the narrow channel of water, opposite her counterpart, Charybdis.
I just remember fighting it in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. She's a pretty lady with wolves and tentacles coming out of her.
Very nice.
Only 3 more cases to go.
Look, over there! We better go too.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any red matter around here.
No, I think we've missed the boat on that one. Oh well.
Son of a bitch. You alright, Akira? You been beating up your clones? You should have called me. I love doing that.
The only one. I'm the only one. I'll show
I think
you.
she may have lost
Destroy
it a
them all.
little bit.
The
Well, I
only
mean, if
one.
your previous employer was using your image without your consent and literally making clones of you, wouldn't you have a little bit of a meltdown?
I mean, yes, I would.
Stay out of my way! I was so happy to be
Okay, so we're doing this
I could
now.
finally take care of myself. With this power, it's not like yours. I'm just
Maybe you could make the, you know, if we're playing with the default character models, you could make the thing of, oh, she's so blinded by rage, she sees us as one of her clones, as we are, you know, her twin. But, you know, judging by how different we look in this one, nah, she's just so fed up, she's just like, I want to do it myself.
What probably would have been interesting, I suppose, is if rather than it being brother and sister, it was brother and sister and sister. Because then you know, you could have had like potential visual similarities, and then yeah, you could have the confusion over, are you a clone?
What are you? What am I? God damn. Did a lot of damage to me there. Kudos, sis.
Akira is actually quite a challenging fight. I mean, you'd expect it, considering right at the end of the frickin' game.
Thankfully, big combo do big hit.
Yeah. Kind of feel bad about doing this, honestly. This is so unfair.
Yes, but then she attacked first.
Just repeatedly shooting her while she's down. I feel like we're going a bit far with this.
It would have been so cool if that was the final hit, but oh well.
How did they create sparks exactly?
Shut up, it's anime.
Power Rangers logic, got it.
I wondered what all the commotion was downstairs. I should have known it was you.
I thought they'd left the radio on, but hark at you, it's the anime twins. Yes, that is my name.
You've saved me some trouble.
There's evil licks from the guitar in the background.
I was
Oh,
afraid I'd have to find you myself. I suppose
I have
you
installed
some
a tracking device on
Come
you.
now,
Note the
show me
X
what
on
you
your armor. Wait a minute. I may have got my script mixed up with Xehanort. He was in here earlier having his usual midday coffee and whatnot.
Look at my shiny Pokemon. I paid for them on eBay.
Hell are they?
Didn't mean to do that, but we're going with it, I guess.
It does make it a lot easier for sure, so hey, that works.
more than that.
Cut the bullshit!
They form the core of a great salvation that will begin very soon.
If I recall correctly, you do have to take down a version of each of the legions, so this is not a short fight.
Getting rid of one of them, or even two of them, will make it much easier.
Mr. Jimmy's unexpected method. I realized I had to accomplish
Alright, Hagar, slow down with the lariats, dude.
when you arrive here with your injuries, Popular. That's when you truly awaken.
No. I was trying to get out of the suit and do a bit of a dash. Oh well.
That is the downside to your punch form, is that super armor will whittle down your HP. Because if you're not in that form, you will be knocked out of that section, so you'd be fine.
But hey, I mean, you got like an extra 1,000 points of health after that battery, so I mean, really, like, it did us a favour.
Dying, nay, even getting hurt is not the end in this action game.
Well, up to 4 times.
Surely couldn't have done it without you.
Shut up!
You still don't understand, do you? I've overlooked your imperfections up until now, in honor of your service. But that ends now. There's
We
no
may need a pupper to sniff that one out.
so be good sports.
Oh, boy.
Give yourselves up.
Although I think we maybe want to focus on the axe first. He's probably going to be a little bit more deadly in the grand scheme of things.
Watch out for that mining blade.
I got him out. Oh boy.
He does use moves that you necessarily can't, such as, you know, spinning a ton of times. I mean, we saw the super lariat, so they're not exactly versions of, you know, what you have. They are stronger because they are purple.
And glowy purple at that.
Right, sword v sword it is. Jesus.
Yeah, we can't do that with our swords there, where we send them out like a cool little sword-nado. I mean, I'd still keep it on where it's the Virgil summon sword spinning around, because that's, like, functionally one of the best things, but it would be cool to just do sometimes.
Oh, exactly. So just give us options. We'll figure out what we want to do with them.
Or just give us options from Gradius, because that would make everything cooler.
Where are you? You're out there somewhere, there you are.
Sniff out its scent.
Well, he wasn't in my wide radius, so...
No, I think definitely getting Pupper out at this point would be beneficial.
This fight's over, mate. But since you insist...
But it's just so that, you know, we get rid of the Arrow Legion quicker, because obviously it does keep vanishing on us.
It seems like we got in a bit of a corner here. Even just the ability to lock on, though, definitely helps.
Oh god, yeah.
See ya! Oh, that was exhilarating, so it were. Oh boy. More accurate clones, but
Okay, we've already fought waves of these. They're not much trouble.
Out of my way!
Hop another in a circle! That's our weakness!
yes, the perfect circle formation.
The time has come.
Have you played Nights into Dreams? I will paraloop you all.
Here comes the greatest anime phrase in recent memory. It's coming, get ready for it. Any moment now.
Now you'll see the true inner workings of Legionic fusion. Witness the door opening to the future of all humankind.
Oh my god, he's trying to resurrect the Dreamcast.
Now, upon this new
Should have said
dawn,
GameCube. It's more a cube than anything.
My ark. Behold, the savior of all existence, Noah.
Oh, there's a lot to take in.
It begins.
That is never a phrase you want to hear, especially when it's coming from a bad guy. Huh, that looks very core-esque.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to have to try and destroy it.
All will become one within Noah. A singular nexus of existence.
I knew that box set of that one anime would come in handy in realizing my dream.
So, friendly reminder that Yosef was born in 2015, meaning he most likely did in fact watch Neon Genesis Evangelion on Netflix when it came to it.
Ignoring that fact, our sister just got fucking vaporized. I mean, she got shivved multiple times before, but she came back from that. This time she's just
Where this
gone.
is going. It's all up to us to stop it now. But how?
Oh, he's a big boy. Now you may be asking yourself, how the hell are we going to fight that thing? Don't worry, I have an answer for you. We're not going to.
It is a bit of a shame. I was hoping for a Jubileus tier boss, but alas, the section is more akin to platforming where we deal with it.
I don't want to be a Slytherin anymore if that's the end game. Oh boy, here come the Bionis Fist. Just gonna tell you ahead of time, you might want Arrow for this.
Yeah, that extra reach is going to do real handy.
I can't promise I'll be able to do this in one go.
It took me a couple for sure, because it's actually quite difficult how fast you have to platform through places.
Well, that's Arm. I need Arrow. Thank you.
He has a health bar, but don't worry, you won't actually be doing that.
Over there, please.
So, ironically, the one boss that this reminded me the most of was actually the final version of Venom from Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Because there you fight just this giant multi-headed Venom on top of a shield helicarrier, and it's basically this, except you do actually get to fight him there.
In terms of looks, I have to say that I look at the design of Noah and my mind immediately goes to Perfect Dark Gaia from Sonic Unleashed.
It's the colour scheme, isn't it?
It's the colour scheme, it's the tentacles, it's the purpley goop that's slightly translucent. It's just got that and also the multi-eye. Like, it's got that perfect Dark Gaia vibe to it.
You also have to be careful about these platforms are spinning. If you get on one in a section where it then starts to rotate, you get something like that.
That was almost perfect as well. And now you have to do it all over again. I'm probably going to get a deal for that now.
Potentially, but equally, I suspect that there's a little bit more leeway. Well, now you're probably going to get a D.
I would definitely say make sure you're on the edge of the platforms with your actual character before sending out your Legion, because you do want to try and land in the center of them. If you're by the edge, you definitely risk falling out of the off the edge of these spinning platforms.
Kind of mad at myself. I had that last one in the back. Shit! Come on! This is exactly what I was worried was going to happen.
It happens, and also, to be fair, it's kind of the reason why this particular bit of the fight is not great. Also because it just... I think it could have been much better checkpointed as well.
I think there's one checkpoint near the very end of it for the last section, but otherwise it's like, yeah, you have to pretty much do it in one go.
Yeah, which, I mean, fine to an extent, but, like, there's limits.
Oh, what are you doing now? Oh, I think that's it.
I think we did actually hit the checkpoint.
Clearly.
Well, alright then.
Oh no, we've landed in an indie game.
Which one is it? Grease? Hollow Knight? Well, obviously it's not Hollow Knight, it's too bright for Hollow Knight.
It's Echo Chrome for the PS3.
Oh, you son of a bitch! He's trying to create a game for the PS3!
Actually, I don't think we got graded on that platforming section.
Well, alrighty then.
This section definitely looks like it came out of like an entirely different video game.
But it is really freaking... I mean, to be honest, it reminds me more of Nier Automata than anything.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of stuff like this in it.
But it's still just... It's a really cool set piece.
Just lay into him. We want that beautiful time bonus, baby!
Oh, you parried those. That was cool.
Oh, jeez.
It is a little tough to tell where the attacks are even going sometimes because of, you know, the environment. But as long as you're just doing damage here, this part isn't a difficult part. This part is just more of a getting hyped for the final part.
Oh, jeez. No, no. Oh, jeez.
That was a wee bit close.
Yeah, these bits are quite stressful. Basically, in order to do them, you've got to destroy all of the crystals before it gets too close. But yeah, it can get a little bit tense.
There we go. We finish this now? Well, we finish this in a second, I guess. See ya!
Rip out the biggest of all game consoles.
We are the spirits of PS3 games that never were. All of us are hot anime girls. Kind of obvious when you think about it.
Sayonara, White Knight Chronicles.
Hello, it's me. I'm Plant now. Or Data. One of the two. And I don't need glasses anymore. See that smug little head cock?
Uh-huh.
I've created the greatest item in history. Contact lenses.
I'm part of the astral plane now.
Fuck off, Diz. I had enough of your bollocks in KH2.
I transcend mere dimensionality.
My thickness cannot be seen by mortal man.
Turn on your iris. You will see
To
naught.
join me.
Oh, this is ironic.
I just said you can't perceive me, but here you go perceiving me.
You'll have to do better than that.
That was pretty good, though, to be fair.
This is the key flaw with absorbing people, is that they then become part of you, and therefore they are also without dimensionality, and therefore they can hurt you.
Moral of the story, don't absorb people. It never ends well.
I did my thing, bro. I guess we're cool now. Now quick, before I return to Kingdom Hearts, let's finish this sucker. We'll help. We'll become the true Organization 13. All of us the same. All of us waifus. The way it was meant to be.
I will. We will hold it back.
No, please don't. Oh, I tried. Going ghost!
You know, first it was the Lumas, then it was the Wisps, now it's our sisters.
Ah! I had a life bar and everything! What am I gonna get for this? Oh! Sure, I'll take it.
You see, they didn't rank us on that, clearly because they knew it was slightly bullshit.
Probably, So, yeah, that was Astral Chain. It's not perfect, but it's hella fun from beginning to end. A few parts notwithstanding, but, you know.
Wait,
We've saved the city, yeah or not?
Oh. Joseph is in his final complete fully naked form.
It literally just looks like someone put Metroid Prime on Ultron's body.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, I mean, clearly that's why they called it Noah Prime.
Hell yeah. No. The world needs a better form of cop. Like me. Our Dad's a Legion, coming this fall on NBC.
The newest season of Black Mirror.
Project Noah. My dad's a television, who became an infinite god. This is a really, really fun final boss.
Oh, hell yeah.
He even takes us to the final boss dimension.
There we go.
Time to get big strong! And oh god, we're still on fire though.
Yeah.
I like how you hit him and it put a giant glowing piece in his crotch.
That's how it works, mate. Ah, for this one, you want Beast, and just run.
It's quite useful.
What's really cool about this fight is that it really does allow you to make best use of all of your legions throughout.
That's a good final boss in general, using all your powers.
Oh, jeez. There you go.
Like a true weeb, he brings out his Kage no Bushin Jitsu at the end.
First form, not too bad. And yes, just in case you're wondering, there are multiple forms.
I mean, come on, it's a final boss in a Japanese video game.
Oh, jeez. Alright, get a bit of arrow going here. But he's done recharging, of course.
This is Nier Automata. This is when I think about Nier. Running from millions of bullets is like, yep, that's it, that's the game.
Definitely the game. And also, I've just realised, yes, it's asking for arm.
Nice.
Yeeted it right into him.
Where is he now? Oh, jeez.
Thankfully, he warped up to us, which was a bad move.
Ow, ow, ow.
Oh, well, I mean, at least he's stunned for a bit.
Use those shields there for just free frames of attacking him. It does go for an extended amount of time where it's like, even if you get hit by something, if the attack continues, you won't get hit by, like, other attacks for it. Yosef coming out here with fighting game moves.
Just keep on the move. Ah.
It's literally Unibeam right there.
Yikes. Well, thankfully I packed plenty of stuff.
Popping Advil through the whole fight.
Motherfucker, stop running away. Thankfully, when you're on Beast, it auto-dodges certain attacks.
Quite useful for that, or any attack that is of that caliber.
Ow!
Oh, dude's got a command grab.
I have never seen that attack before.
No, and it's kinda rad, I'm not even mad.
Oh, can't believe you got me down this far. I guess I'm gonna have to stop holding back.
Now I'm Goro from Mortal Kombat!
No, he is Final Noah Prime. Right, dodge these like that. There we go. Jesus.
Thankfully, we had a big shield, so we were good. Even on, because I played through my first time on the casual, even on casual, there's a lot of, like, he still goes full ham on you. It is, you gotta be careful.
Well, I mean, it's only right, he's the final frickin' boss.
How do you rank this in terms of Platinum Final Bosses, Richie?
Mid-tier.
Okay, fair enough.
I think he's better than, Aesir, but worse than Jubileus.
Definitely, and also he is nowhere near the quality of Joginga.
Still haven't actually played that. Once my copy comes in, I'll be definitely checking out how the Wonderful 101 ends now that I don't have to touch my Wii U ever again.
Cannot wait to relive that moment. It's one of my favourite finales in all of gaming.
I've only heard good things, and yet at the same time, I've not heard what the things are, so I will look forward to seeing it.
Almost done, lads.
You got this.
I do like how at the end he just becomes an SNK boss.
That's gonna go way over both mine and Richie's heads.
Just basically, I'm gonna do big attacks that are near unavoidable, and you best hope you have enough continues for me. But of course, we are the son of the first SNK boss, Rock Howard!
Yeah. See ya! Perhaps one of my favourite finishing and final boss animations in the history of video games.
It's real good!
It's amazing.
Donna! But no, we're not done yet. Take the shot.
Jackpot!
Alley-oop. And now, bind him forever. And with this, we finish it.
Cross slash! Yeah!
What a finale, honestly.
Oh yeah, it is incredible.
I feel accomplished there. Not just satisfied, but accomplished. What is this bullshit? I'm supposed to be unchained.
So you got to be careful what you wish for.
This wasn't the part of becoming God.
I know now for the truth that being a cop means being in chains.
Oh, Tanner. What a wonderful choice of words. Anywho, who likes multiple choice in their finales?
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
S plus the final boss. Couldn't ask for more.
Oh yes.
Sorry, I'm late. No.
So yes, you have one of two options here. You can do what Akira says, or you can choose to not do what Akira says. The outcome may or may not be very similar, but I mean, I say do it.
I also say do it because I feel it's a lot more satisfying thematically.
Agreed.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright? If it's for the good of the Ark and the Earth, I will do it. But I need strength. Don't worry, maybe I can help.
Dad Axe Cop is here to help.
So, are we in agreement that Max is possessing the Legion now?
I don't know whether he's possessing it, but
Yeah, I don't know if he's possessing, but at least, you know, there might be a little bit of, like, rubbing off or something of the original owner's spirit. Though, you know, we don't know enough about any of the other ones to see if they rubbed off on them, I guess. But, you know, maybe Dad Axe Cop is, you know, is we get to see that there.
Alright guys, there's the credits coming up, so we're going to let you experience that wonderful vocal track, and we'll see you after for the sort of epilogue of Astral Chain.
This is it, my friend. We have come to end a new beginning of a brand new world.
This is it, my friend. I'll carry you within to find the meaning and the will to move on.
Another day,
Another tragedy,
another way,
a simple remedy,
covering.
unfolded destiny.
We gotta keep our promises. Don't be afraid. Never turning back.
Never give it up.
Everything we sacrifice. to be saved. Trying to find a way, the answer to it all. Another day, another tragedy, a simple remedy, unfold the destiny. We gotta keep our promises, don't be afraid. Never giving up,
Everything we sacrifice.
watching from up in the sky. Don't be afraid. Never gonna stop.
You'll always be my heart.
We will never be apart.
I believe.
Hell yes, we got an S on the final chapter.
Woo woo!
Woohoo! Good lord, how many S pluses? There are only 3 red cases you didn't S plus.
Yeah. But we're elite! Oh my god, yes, I've waited for this day. Ah, a sharp but caring female voice. So she'll tell you to make your bed, but in a soothing, calming way.
You know how you were talking about it's going to be 79% clear up?
Uh-huh.
It's exactly what it was.
Son of a bitch. Oh well. Overall, B. Not bad.
No, I think that went really well.
Last chapter, actually, we got a thing saying that you got the overall ranking of B already, so I think if you just clear up those Bs that you got, you can easily bump it up to A and then even S in the future.
Oh, definitely. And also you just need to make sure you go back and do File 1 again on Platinum Standard.
Well, now I can, because, I can just play it on my own. We're not quite done with the game just yet, guys. We are going into what is technically File 12 here. The post-game that is almost as long, if not longer, than the main game. It's just made up of a bunch of regular missions, and at the end you fight a secret boss. You can go see that secret boss for yourself, because, well, I did these sorts of games for stories, so there you go.
And also, there comes a limit in a playthrough, unless you're going to do, 100% playthrough, which this has very clearly not been, that there's no real reason to go that far.
Alright, I guess I'm mopping up stuff and whatnot. Tanner, do you want to, lead us in to... Oh, wait, no, this is very important first. We have to pay attention to this.
Yes, this is the epilogue, the explanation of... Well, this is basically the ending of the game.
Jen and Alicia put Neuron back together.
They're going to be the best cops they can be. They still only have 1 helicopter, though. Kind of troubling.
Maybe Neuron does have a new commander after all.
Oliver's in charge now. Marie is just still doing the grunt work.
At the reopened ARI, Brenda's turned her research outwards to the land we lost decades ago.
That's a sequel hook.
So, oh my god, it's pulling me in! Ah, get off!
She's cautiously optimistic. Which
they're probably scribbling away right now, writing out the plot for the next game. Oh look!
Not even with
I didn't think we'd see him again.
The rumor has it the Hermits have turned over a new leaf towards restoration efforts in Zone 09.
So yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, Hal was the previous leader of the Hermits.
What Hal's up to.
That's what I got from it anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it basically all but tells you.
Vanished along with Noah.
Oh.
But she's still here with us. She doesn't know exactly what happened a month back.
Oh, she's just here, fine.
Why did one get left behind?
Yeah, so one of the Akira clones got left behind. So
But I do know that
we still totally have our sister. She's not, completely corrupted.
Well, that's going to make doing co-op or choosing male or female characters in the sequel that much easier, no?
I mean, yes, exactly. I mean, it's probably why they did it the way they did it, but yeah, I have thoughts on the ending.
Well, Tanner's first, as I said. Tanner, your thoughts of Astral Chain as a whole, mate?
So, I will definitely say, while it does have a bit of bloat in the middle, especially once you get to some of those chapters that are just side quest after side quest, the actual combat is a lot of fun, and hey, you get a lot of it at the end of the game to play around with. The story itself is dumb in a good way. I use the word dumb quite a bit to describe games, and people think it's a bad thing. I actually love it. It is big, stupid anime story, which is good. The characters are great. I'm interested in learning more about the world, even if some of this stuff, like reading through the files, is a bit, oh boy, there's a lot here. But in general, I thought the game ends at a perfect place.
Yeah.
I love the hard cut right at the end there. I'm like, that's perfect. I love it. I know some people would like a bit more, and even the epilogue, there's some people like, I wanted a bit more of a denouement, but I thought it ended in a great place and leaves a lot open for a sequel, or if it ends here, hey, it ends here. Both would be fine.
I guess you're up next, Richie. I'll do my thoughts last.
Yeah, so I think Astral Chain is a really fun game. It's got a great concept, a great world, great characters, and I mean, I had a really fun time with the story and everything going on with it. I think while I know you like the hard cut, Tanner, I am very much on the other side of that. I'm really not a fan, and I think the reason for that is because it just feels like you've built up to such an extent with everything that's gone before it, and then I just ended up feeling really sort of like it was an anticlimax, that it was just that hard cut. And then the epilogue, while it's alright, it's not really anything particularly special. I don't think it helps that from basically all of the Platinum games that I have ever played, they've all had sort of like really strong ending cutscenes which really do sort of bring the entire package together. So, that's very green. And I think I'm very much the type of person who prefers that you can do those hard cut endings and those endings which leave you wanting more, but I don't know whether Astral Chain was necessarily the right narrative or game to do that. So I did feel a bit disappointed when I finished the game, purely because I was just like, I was expecting more. But as a whole package, I do think it is great, and I do really enjoy it, and I would love to see a sequel.
I sort of agree and disagree with you there, Rich. I don't think it was all that anticlimactic, because obviously they're saving room for a sequel, and, you know, they gotta leave some things, and I think the ambiguous way they showed it works for this game, because the story is honestly kind of schlocky and whatnot, and it makes sense to end it on a somewhat schlocky note, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just farting in the wind here. Who knows? But I love the combat, even if it takes a while to get to grips with it. I like the characters. The story's not bad. It just leaves a lot to be desired and whatnot. Musically, aesthetically, top-notch. Like, a few frame rate drops aside, the game looks, feels, and sounds gorgeous. And I think there's a lot of good things we can do with a sequel that takes us outside the arc to the lands beyond.
There is a lot of potential opportunity for the future of Astral Chain, so I do hope that they go with it, because there is a lot. It's a worthwhile world to expand.
You may be wondering, what are we doing here? Isn't the playthrough over right now? Well, actually, I'm going to do a single mission just to show you what's what.
Might as well see if there's also any special items we've unlocked for customization for the post-game.
There's another premium material code.
Yep, also 100 of 185 orders complete.
Nice. See if we can't max out Axe over here. No, he needs more. I only have the one. Shit. Anyway, what is this post-game about? Well, you're just basically mopping up stuff that Olive has for us. So let's head to the command room. We're just going to do the one mission, so... Aww. Oh, I forgot Marie gives you stuff for finding the cars. Nice. Anyway, can't save the world with cat food. Let's go put in some elbow grease.
Count on you.
Check the cases. There's a fair amount of them.
There are indeed.
And it tells you what you get at the end of them. But before we do that, we should probably log into our computer and check some stuff out, because it might explain a thing or two. Persons of interest. There we go. There he is. Ah, yes. Haha, spin me round, baby.
Full plaid bodysuit.
It is part of a repeating cycle, designed to prevent life from Earth from developing too far. Spearheaded a project to create living weapons to fight back. He appointed himself as commander, as you do. Right, where's Jenna? 'Cause this might explain a thing or two. I think I took a picture of her.
Well, you definitely did in one of the boss battles. Because I think they're also labeled under the enemy one as well.
Noah Core. Ah, Jenna Aberrant, maybe?
Well, you only took a picture of Jenna Aberrant, you didn't take a picture of any of the other Jennas.
Ah, that's true. She looks no older than she did on the day she vanished. Walked her into a half aberration. It has not caused her to redshift or lose her reason. She can travel back and forth between the Ark and the Astral Plane. Only known to human to be able to do this. So yeah, I think there's more lore if you dig into the database, but it probably should have been done in-game, because Jenna was always like, why aren't you listening to me with my ways of not telling you about stuff, which, you know, is part of the writing. Not being perfect, but I'm not one to cry bad writing whenever I don't get my way. Just something that could be improved upon and become a sequel.
So, it looks like potentially, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I believe that there are a grand total of 71 missions in File 12.
I told you, man, it's the length of the actual game.
So, there is a lot of post-game content here if you want it.
And it's all just primo opportunities to fully max out your legions and whatnot. Sup, fuckos? I'm here to clean house. Where is ye? Ah, I sees you. Hello there.
You must all die.
Trying desperately to wrap them all up.
That's what I do, mate. Ah, jeez. Well, if you want to stand in the way, be my guest, mate.
Actually, that green color is kind of nice on the eyes. It's just very easy to see from everything else in the environment.
Easy to see, not necessarily nice to look at.
I disagree. I think it's a nice color. It reminds me of Kamen Rider 01.
Could be a thing. Maybe a reference, we don't know.
No, 01 came out after this game.
Fair enough, mate, fair enough. More, you say? Well, alright.
So yeah, there is a true final boss at the end of all these. I gave it a Google to see if it was like worth it. If it was like I wanted it to be the huge Noah monster that you could actually fight. It's sadly not that. It's not as cool as that. It's like more of a souped up regular enemy. But it is something that, you know, something to work towards.
Yeah, I'll probably be going through these cases in my own time, now that I have the inclination to do so with a better file. Because if you'll notice, I didn't reach expert on my regular one.
I think it's generally the case with most Platinum games is that generally the first time you ever run through them, you might do okay, but your real expertise will come on like a second playthrough, because that's the point where you really come to grips with how the game works, and then you are generally much more likely to do well and get all the things and all the bits that you missed and so on and so forth. So you're generally much more successful on that second, third, fourth run through of the game.
And as a reminder, if you really want to, and I mean you probably should, you can go back to those early missions now that you have all your legions, and you can, you know, check for any secrets that you may have missed. You can rescue the cats and find the bathrooms and all that good stuff to clear out everything for all that. Get all those orders, get new colors, get new equipment, all that jazz.
So, I mean, there's a lot you can do, and I do always appreciate a game that gives you a lot of stuff that you can do, but doesn't force you to complete it in order to beat the game.
Get over there. Oh, I'm gonna miss this.
Well, you'll just have to wait until they eventually make Astral Chain 2. Chain harder.
I hope they call it that.
I mean, to be fair, if they're going to call it anything, it would be like Astral Chain 2 Unchained.
Actually, that's not bad.
What if they instead call it that, they give another name for it, like Astral Link, or Astral Rope. You know, just keep changing the name of what it is.
Astral String.
Astral Tether.
Actually, that one's good. I like that one. Well, I mean, honestly, if we're gonna just stick with improving on what came out at the end of this, they could call it Astral Fusion.
Ooh.
Sounds a bit too much like a soft drink, really.
Oh, it does a bit.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Come on, guys. Oh my. Oh my.
Forgot about our big samurai brother.
Well, we'll ignore him for the time being.
Also, have you noticed, we have 2 less batteries?
Ah, I think you get a set amount of stuff for this.
Yeah, I think what it is that in Faltile you're sort of sometimes given limitations on what you can and can't do in each of the missions, so obviously gives you some extra challenge to play around with.
So yeah, final thoughts. Astral Chain, very fun game. Not without its jank, as per Platinum tradition. But if you can scratch past that jank, you'll find a very enjoyable, non-traditional action game. I can't really think of many where you're basically controlling a stand instead of just doing all the fighting yourself. I was waiting for Richie to call my bluff there, because I honestly don't know many action games beyond the regular ones of Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, etc.
Yeah, I can't think of any that work in this way. It is a very unique game at this point in time. I think the only game that I would have said came close is the unfortunately deceased Scalebound.
Yeah, that's true. But aesthetically, musically, it's top of the top. It's just the story could have used maybe a rewrite or two or some fleshing out. Because you'll notice we never did deal with the prophets.
Oh yeah, I forgot entirely about that.
They appear on the screen and that's about it. Booyah, baby. We end as we began. S-plussing everything. Well, I didn't begin S-plussing everything. If only. Oh boy, if only.
Well, it's real hard to S plus at the beginning just because of the fact that you don't have the ability to half the time with not having all your powers.
It's true. Also, you know, we weren't allowed to play on Platinum Standard at the beginning, so...
Yeah, there is that. So yeah, I guess we are going to end things here. Although I'm not sure if you actually have to hand in stuff to Olive, so let's check that.
Well, I mean, as long as, you know, you check your orders before we leave, just because I think that means that you've now completed 101 orders, and I just feel that's important to see if that is indeed the case.
Oh, we got a new colour.
It's a custom colour slot.
Ah.
Well, at least I think it's a custom colour slot. It said custom colour slot, so...
Have a little lucky poo.
Number 14.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a little bit grody. Seems a bit like, I don't know, someone did a quick paint job and it's like dried weirdly. I don't know how to put it. It's like those old red, like, micro machines you get that rust over time.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I'm just padding things out now, so we're going to end things here. Thank you guys for watching our playthrough of Astral Chain. This has been a lot of fun, and I hope we get to do Astral Chain 2 for you down the line. So I've been Antom64.
I've been Tanner of the North.
And I have been Richie.
And we'll see you next time for another Hellfire Comms playthrough. Bye for now.